So I lost all my quests. Turns out I did not. They just took a while to register in-game. Oh well, the run continues. The only thing I might do is... extract at the next joint. So that'll probably be the scrapyard, and then I will end up running it back with quests included. Or the mech trenches, it doesn't really matter which one because no quests. Ooh. But we can continue looking and I can just focus on looting for once. Could you please climb that? Thank you. I'm probably going to try and avoid that auger mech. At least for now. Let's see. So continuing the trend from last night where I wound up questioning kind of the forward path for the channel. So far, going off what I've seen for this video with, say, the... lost for word. The segmented, or call it more like chapter style content, where I will tend to do this video in stages, or this run in stages. Just because it probably makes it a little bit more digestible than, say, you know, what essentially amounts to be like a 50-minute to, you know, what could be like an hour plus run. Honestly, the best bit about these tunnels is just purely the exploration. You know, it opens up a lot of... I don't want to say just potential, but avenues for further exploration into the Forever Winter universe. Word. Well, here we go again. Did that one cyborg fall down the hole? Buddy, are you okay down there? Hello? Yeah, there he is. Huh. Thought I heard large footsteps. Just noticing that the pathing was kind of weird there. Sweaty hands? Don't like. And back we go. Gotta keep looking around, because, as I said, yeah, just exploring these tunnels it's good. I love it. Like, they can be a lot more expansive than I initially thought they would be. Unfortunately, I don't really know where to go currently. Probably head back towards where I came from, I guess. I only woke up a little while ago. Alright, so came from over there. As I get more practiced into these platforming sections, you'll probably see me taking more risks. As I get, more confident with just how much I can get away with. So which one's going to lead me to where I want to go? Because that looks like it cuts off. Yeah, that. Because the old man doesn't have the same level of jump as Shaman or Scav Girl, there is a higher chance for accidental death. Yeah, wait, do we have movement? Yes, we do. And once again, here I am without cover. That's a turret. Hang on, back it up a little. Ow, 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 ow. Come on. How the hell? Were those bullets curving? Jeez, that was a lot closer than I was expecting. Just casually watching my health dwindle. Yeah, okay, so they can actually shoot through certain corner bits. That's frustrating. And here I was thinking bullets were curving. Oh no. Wow. That's a worry. Because I'm not going to be able to use... Like, I figured that wall there would be cover. No. Wow. Can't really see what I'm shooting at, so a lot of this is just pure guesstimation. Time to get some of the meds that I lost because of jank. Nice. Excuse me. Fire bat. Nope, cool. Just a loot room. Just don't want to get randomly jump scared or pummeled into oblivion. Yeah, so when I went to log back in and resume my tunnel exploration. Oh wait, the quests are back. What the hell? They were lost for so long. Didn't end up getting pyro, so mech trenches, hopefully, is the exit. Looks like the run continues, and I'm just oblivious. Wonder how long that's been there. Well, actually, before I do that, let's have a look, see where this is going to bring me out to. Nice. Lady Luck loves me, apparently. Not that much, but foreshadowing. Check that out in a moment. Looks like a dead end. Cool. As I've mentioned a few times previously, I am getting more and more tempted to make a comprehensive list of all drone components. Even if I have to get like a paper printout or something of the like. Just because knowing the specifics of what I'm looking after ahead of schedule should hopefully make a big difference. Because that was a weapon mod, so I'm just going to hit loot all. Alright, where is this going to bring me out? He's hoping no grubber, or something just as bad. Oh. I look for grenades? Enjoy that. Goodbye. Anyone else in there? Nope. Phone, go away. Yeah, it's just a more pretty standard loot room. There isn't much in here. It's one of those where I'll probably better off actually looting the corpses than I am the actual, like, storage containers. Still though, considering that you never know what you're going to find in these things, I click on ammo looking for ammo and I still find drone components. So I'll be curious as to what faction the cultists reside to, or belong to. To replace the cluster grenade that I used. Coordinated squads could be interesting. Like, where was it? I saw a bit of water before, yeah, I just happened to be walking straight past it. Yeah, that's 4 lots of water just sitting there. Like, doing these tunnel runs with a scav that actually has the rack could probably go a long way. You know, it's one of those where when you get back to the innards, you could actually divvy up all, like, say, the water between 2 people. You'd have to coordinate it with your friends and whatnot, but excuse me again. Let's say, like, a more coordinated team or friend group would be like, so let's say you managed to bring back 9 lots of water, or let's call it 8, just for simple math, because my brain not wholly functional right now. Divide that between the 4 scabs that you bring in with you, and then you could divide, say, all the power supplies, I'm looking for the specific one. Yeah, these, the power cells. Because I know those power cells have they are a direct component in building the drones. So, being able to coordinate with your team could go a long way as well. The trick would be doing that without, you know, make it uneven and not having a friendly fall down into the abyss. Because I imagine that's going to be the one, like, major issue that a lot of people are going to be struggling with when it comes to the tunnel sections is these platforming sections are rough. Just had to move out of harm's way real quick because some drones decided to sneak up behind me. Gotta love it. Because I'm more interested in the tunnels than I am, say, the surface areas currently. I'm going to try and keep, say, the questing portion and, say, surface exploration. Whoa, hello buddy, what are you doing here? Jesus. Okay, we go elsewhere.
Work our way through.
Was not expecting a giant mech gun to the face. Start this map.
Way too hot here. Keep low.
Now, yeah, that door's open. So is that one. Alright, time to make a move while there's still moves left to be made. Another thing I'd be curious about is which characters tend to have, say, like a higher base stamina. For example, it makes sense that the old man doesn't have like a real higher base stamina because he's an old man, you know, go figure, right? Whereas, you know, someone like Scav Girl or Shaman, you know, it makes sense for them to have, well, I mean, I don't know Shaman's age, so I can't take a rough guess, but, you know, Scav Girl looks young, or younger. So, it would make sense for her to have, like, you know, more overall stamina. As for this mech that's just, like, trudging around, I can't tell if it's... Yeah, it's almost like it knows where I'm at, without, you know, being actively aware of it. I wonder if that's because it's meant to function like a hunter-killer for this map. Anyways. We stay moving because to hell with dealing with mechs in tight quarters.
Not enough guns for this.
Yeah. Bro, as if you don't know I'm here. Either that or it's on a weird patrol. Well, either way, I ain't hanging around to get, you know, either A, found out, or B, have bad times. Man, okay, I'm gonna try and... Please be open. Good. We closed that shit.
Look for gaps. Maybe we can slip past.
Decisions. Alright, they're going down. Seems kind of odd for a patrol of fucking 3. That straggler is being a pain in my ass. I want to get a little bit more looting done. Jesus. How many of you are there? Wild. Let's see. Doing pretty well for medical supplies, so I'm not going to spend too much time in here, but I will do some quick looting in the ammo room before I move on. Haven't seen one of those before either. So where was I? Need to get out via the stairway gate next. Weapon mods. Honestly, I might as well start grabbing them. As long as they're like semi-decent. Alright. Onwards to the next zone. That Eurus could make you strung up. Okay, barrel D.
Go and fight ahead.
Once in, because I'm not really sure of their rotation. Like, look at this guy. Stuff like that, where you think you know what they're going to do, and then they go and change up the plan completely.
Way too hot here. Keep low.
And here we go again. Flare on the reticle is real. Alright, well, on to the next zone. So next we need to try and make sure we extract via stairway gate. which extraction is first? Yeah. So you wouldn't want to come down here in a blind panic, especially if you're trying to get to somewhere specific. Anyways, back again. Alright, so I should be in Tunnel 3 now?
Maybe eating a bull.
Tunnel C. Excuse me. Doing pretty well for loot. Still haven't found any of these drones, but we're gonna keep looking regardless. Gonna avoid the platforming section for now. Just because I'm mainly here for the loot. So, procedural generation. Something I can touch on real quick. Because I've done a few of these tunnel runs now, both, you know, on camera and off camera. I'm noticing that certain rooms look the same. While the overall layout of the tunnels might not be the same, a lot of the rooms tend to, well, obviously, as I just said, look the same. Where I'm going with this is, the best way I can describe it is, think of each room like a box. Those boxes will have like corridors and whatnot attached to them, and kind of think like a randomized Rubik's Cube, where, you know, on a per day basis, the rooms will be shuffled around in kind of like an elongated snake cube. Alright, so where to next? To be honest, looting the corpses just doesn't really feel that beneficial for me currently. Are these both dead ends, or...? No? Okay. Ah, yes they are. Well... let's see... So that way looks like it's gonna be more directed towards exploration? So chance I'm going to have to deal with the platforming section regardless of personal preference. Yay. Like, once again, as I get more comfortable with said platforming sections, I should be able to navigate them a bit better and mitigate any potential threat, you know, to myself. It's just, I'm not quite there yet. Like, what the? See, I thought this was a way out. Oh no, this is a death wall. We don't go through those. As I was saying, didn't really want to deal with the platforming section, but I came in through there, so we are left with but one option: platforming. So what do we got to work with? It's always drones. these drones. Let's see. Where does this lead us? Righto. So, food for thought. The only thing I'm really not comfortable with is traversing from this pipe to this pipe. Just because of that gap down there. Whereas, if I go the long way, you know, up those stairs, around, across that ledge, up that ramp, across that scaffolding stuff, into that pipe, well, onto that pipe, down through there, across that, I'll be on this pipe and continuing. And yes, I know I could save myself a lot of time by just, you know, manning the fuck up and jumping across that pipe, but I'd also miss out on a bunch of loot. And it's the loot I'm mainly here for, so the run will be lengthened because of this, but considering, yeah, like, for example, that CPU part, another component that's directly involved in the making of drones. Check that out in a moment. So I've got a pretty good idea of what components are necessary for the making of drones and which ones aren't. It's just spending the time and learning this is going to be one thing. Mastering this skill or the knowledge therein is going to be a completely different one. Oh, what the? And here I was expecting another dead end. Ah, I turned into the Invisible Man again. I'm hoping that this gets fixed before too long. The other bit is, I'm not too worried about these sections, you know, outside of the exo being down there, at least what I'm assuming is an exo. Yeah, there it is. I can see the feet. I see your feet, sir. I lost my train of thought because of that. Yeah, where I'm at currently is learn the tunnels, eventually master platforming, get a better handle on specific drone components, and have a good time in the process. Yeah, so another thing I'm kind of learning as I go through these tunnels is the specific drone components tend to be more frequent in the later tunnels than the earlier ones. Like that rechargeable battery container. That one is used in drone components. Not sure which drone specifically, but it has to do with power supply units for drones. So, you know, we're learning. Slowly but surely, we are learning. Alright, so second issue. I'm pretty sure I saw some stuff down there I could loot. It's just, I'm gonna have to work around the exo. I'd take a guess it's a medical supply one, which I'm not super fussed by. We will take a bit of a look just to... yeah. See, my one dilemma with these exos is they have the potential for stagger, and I'm trying to avoid getting staggered unto death. Because that's what did me in last time. So this kind of, like the whole pipe traversal bit that I was talking about before kind of lends credence to the I don't really know how to phrase it properly. Like the Rubik's Cube analogy is probably a good one, but it's not what I'd call completely accurate. So imagine like a series of cubes in the form of like a snake, or kind of like a this way sort of deal. So yeah, snake is probably a good analogy for that. And those cubes will be all the separate rooms. Some will be bigger, some will be smaller, but ultimately each cube will be a room. And yeah, so this is going to bring me back to the checkpoint, which is where I don't need to be right now. I should have taken the checkpoint. Yeah, so this, like, I wasn't able to pass through the last one of these. Yeah, I probably should have made better decisions there. Damn drones. Where's the other one? There. So the other dilemma I'm facing currently is I have a lot more SVD ammo than I do 7.62. No gap, good. Alright, so my one dilemma at this point is, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that I should head towards the extractions. Trick is finding the specific extraction that I need. And naturally we find more turrets. Nope, that is a turret. Great, and once again, I have no cover to work with. Maybe. I can see these guys from here, but I can't see the turret, and that's an issue. Yeah, there we go. Alright, oh wait, there we go. Back up slowly because I don't want to rush and then fall down no hole. Oh, they're actually on the pipe. Need to go into focus mode for that. By walking backwards on those pipes while actively thinking probably wouldn't pan out the way I want. I'm not sure if I got the turret or not after all that. One? Nope, I did not. Really? It's like it despawned or something. Come on, dude. Holy shit. Having a hard time making progress here. Chance I'm going to have to do something I don't like doing, and that's platforming. What's with the purple? Yeah, it is genuinely like the turret is despawning on me until I get to a certain like range. Yep. Alright. Plan B. Woo! Come on! Yeah! But wow. Okay, so... platforming is my final option, because if that turret's going to be despawning every time I get a certain distance away, we are literally only left with one option. Sorry about that, just had to quickly go help a family member with some chickens. Down to less than 100 HP there. So once again, even from here, it looks like the turret's despawned. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's one problem dealt with. Goddamn turret. Now I can take a bit more time and remove these fuckers. Really? Look at you! Huh, through the gap. Alright, now I should be okay, you know, apart from the dreaded platforming section. Are we fucking kidding me? Alright, well, I was trying to preserve my RPK ammo, but apparently that's not going to be a thing. So, one moment, top it up on health, because my palms have gotten sweaty again. Yeah, I'm going to get closer and try and take that out, because if it's going to constantly despawn just because I happen to move away, I'm going to need to do this quickly and efficiently. No, that ain't working. Here we go again with the close to death shit. Fucking come on, game! Yeah, the fact that that turret kept spawning and respawning on me, just not ideal. And because I had no cover to work with, even when I went out of my way to provide myself cover and I got rid of the turret, because I had to go out of what I'm assuming was, say, that squad's zone and move back to a zone where there was no squad. By the time I moved back in there, it force respawned a squad. So I don't really have any solutions for that. Probably gonna have to go with something a bit more extreme, like a grenade launcher or something, because yeah, just working with standard rifles really isn't doing me any favors right now. Like, I enjoy the AR and the sniper rifle component I've been working with, but unfortunately I'm up against it. Anyways, that's all from me for now. I hope you have a good day.